Gaza ceasefire, the ultimate pause button. In a groundbreaking move that will surely go down in history as the most productive use of time in the Middle East, Israel and Hamas have finally hit the pause button on their long-standing game of who can destroy more stuff. Yes, folks, after an intense 15 months of playing toss the rocket and dodge the bomb, both sides have agreed to a ceasefire in Gaza. This ceasefire, brokered by the trio of mediators, the US, Egypt, and Qatar, is not just any ceasefire, it's the super deluxe ceasefire package with extra humanitarian aid trucks and a promise of no more accidental bombings for at least a few weeks. The first day of the ceasefire was nothing short of spectacular, with Hamas releasing 3 Israeli hostages in exchange for Israel freeing 90 Palestinian prisoners. It was like a bizarre reality show where each side was trying to outdo the other with their acts of goodwill, all while keeping one hand on the trigger, just in case. But let's talk about the real hero of this story, the ceasefire agreement itself. This document is so intricately written that it would make a lawyer weep with joy. It's got phases, stages, and subclauses so numerous that reading it could be considered a form of torture under the Geneva Conventions. Phase 1, the peaceful exchange, where hostages are swapped like trading cards, but with less enthusiasm and more paperwork. Phase 2, the big withdrawal, where Israeli forces pull back, giving Gazans the chance to return to what's left of their homes, which is mostly rubble with a side of rubble. And don't forget Phase 3, reconstruction extravaganza, where the world will magically rebuild Gaza overnight, because, of course, that's how these things work. Critics, however, see this ceasefire as merely a strategic timeout where both sides can catch their breath, reload, and plan the next season of Gaza, the Destruction series. The Israeli far right has already dubbed the ceasefire a surrender to Hamas, while Hamas is busy celebrating what they call a tactical victory, because in this game, everyone's a winner, or so they claim. In the meantime, social media has erupted with memes, with one particularly poignant post reading, "Ceasefire in Gaza," where pause translates to reload and peace talks mean arguing over who started the shouting match first. It's like watching siblings play Monopoly, except the houses are actual homes turned into rubble, and no one's winning. So here we are, in the midst of a ceasefire that feels more like a collective holding of breath, waiting to see if this pause will morph into something resembling peace, or if we'll just hit play on the next episode of this never-ending saga. In the end, the only thing we can be sure of is that the world will keep watching, tweeting, and hoping that this time, the pause button sticks.